Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my welcome to my review of the Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight video game. Now, this is a video game that I was waiting for a very long time. The last Lego Batman, I believe, was 2015. So we waited since then pretty much for this game to come out. Firstly, yes, I know I've been gone for ages. Secondly, if you can hear rain, it's because it's raining. It's not like the world is ending, everyone's screaming and running around like an apocalypse type rain. It is like to the point where it's like, okay, now we need to take cover. Anyway, if you're going to enjoy this video, please make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. And with that being said, let's talk about Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. When I first got this game, I got the game on launch. I first heard about it, I thought it was going to be another case of Skywalker Saga, a game I also admittedly haven't played. I thought it'd be a case of you're going to play all of the Batman movies almost. I doubt that would have included the Lego Batman movie in all fairness, but I thought it would mean that, you know, you play some of the levels from this film and some of the levels from this film. You start at 66, end with Dark Knight Rises. It wasn't like that. It was more like you play a level or a couple levels which are meant to be from certain films, but it's told as a narrative. For example, you start with Batman Begins, and you do a Batman Begins level, and then Batman Begins goes into the Batman, and but then you do a level from the Batman, and then we might go straight into like I don't remember exactly what the order was, but do a level from Batman 89 or like, and then one from Batman and Robin. It's all told as like a linear narrative, and I really like that. It meant that you could still pay tribute to all of the different mediums of Batman stuff, from films, even TV shows, and in some cases comics, because I don't think Red Hood 1 is in any of the films, but Red Hood 1 is in the game. I thought it was a really cool way for them to pay tribute to all the different types of Batman stuff, without making it too much of a game. Like, I haven't played Skywalker Saga, but one of the things that people had issue with, from what I've heard, what I basically mean is, Jack said this, is that it's too much. Is that you've got 9 different films, not even 9 different films, maybe like 11 different films if you're counting Solo and Rogue One. I don't know if they're in the game or not. And that's just a lot of gameplay. That's a lot of time spent playing a Lego game. And I don't think that people would want to play a Lego game for that long. I think with, like, for example, Spider-Man, like, that's about 20 hours of gameplay or something like that, I imagine. That's fine, because it is a bigger scale game. Lego games aren't really big in scale, if you know what I mean. Anyway, we're going to move on from there. I mean, overall, the game looks great. Like, if you look at Gotham in the open world, it just looks really cool. Fun fact, actually, I didn't learn this until the other day. It's the map from Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight is bigger than the map from Arkham Knight, which is insane to me. And yeah, it's mad because, like, it's a Lego game. You wouldn't expect it to be. I literally just said Lego games aren't really big in scale. This is kind of an exception to that, because it is huge. Like, it is a massive game. And once you complete the story, the amount of unlockables you have to do afterwards, mad. Okay, let's actually talk about what I like about this game. One thing I do really like about this game is the fighting. I think the fighting has gone from mashing square to, you could do like counters, and you have to adapt to certain people that have like shields, and you have to move out the way people that have guns and rocket launchers and stuff like that. It's very much Arkham-esque. Something that someone said in another YouTube video I watched was a tribute to all the different Batman forms of medium, almost wrapped in Arkham packaging, which is a bit of a weird way to read, but like, it plays like an Arkham game. I've only played one Arkham game. I know it's really bad. I'm just not caught up, but I will be. And the combat on that is very similar to the combat in the Lego Batman game, where, again, you can't just mash square. You've got to think about counters. You have to think about there's also, if you beat up enough people, you get a power up. Like, you can press that to beat up the bad guys, and overall it just makes it for a very enjoyable experience in terms of the fighting in the game. Something else I really like about this game is the gliding mechanics, which is a bit of a, I don't know if that's one that people are really focusing on. Gliding around Gotham City is very fun because the gliding mechanics in this game are so cool, and movement in general, driving, the gliding mechanics is really cool. I mean, with obviously in the open world, you can glide along, you can jump around and stuff like that. You can drive, or you can just walk. I think it does justice to essentially just how cool Batman is. I know that's not really the best way of wording it, but it is a very cool thing, have this almost freedom of movement and none of it really being difficult or anything. I had a couple issues with gliding at first because I'd be aiming it like forward to try and glide forward, but it meant I was gliding down. Until I figured that out, like I don't need to move it forward, then I was fine. Another thing I'll say about this game is that I like the idea of Batman having somebody else there. I think the idea of, as much as I would have been
5 p.m. Wait, no. 4 p.m. 4 p.m.
the talking flowers back at it. As much as I would have liked to have a game where Batman is doing everything by himself, we've already had that, obviously, with the Arkham games and that, and this is Lego, so things are obviously going to be very different. I like the fact that certain characters have got their own little things that can assist with the missions in general. I do have an issue with relating to that, which we'll get to. I also really like how I also just really like the suits. Like, in general, most of the suits are pretty cool looking. We'll get to that as well in another video. I also think that overall the levels themselves are very fun. Yeah, I enjoy them a lot. I also really like going around doing open world and doing all the Riddler and Clue Master puzzles. I think they're all really cool. I haven't played Arkham City, so I have the PTSD that everyone else has from those games with the Riddler puzzles. But everyone else seems to not like that. It seems to be like, oh no, I got PTSD. Anyway, now I'm going to talk about the things that I don't like, or what maybe I'm just not as keen on. I've got to say the good 100,000,000% outweighs the bad here. I'm very picky. First of all, I don't like the fact that in the open world, you can't drive to the Batcave. I think it would have been so cool if you could drive to the Batcave, and I think it really sucks that you can't. But again, I'm being very nitpicky with that one. Another thing I don't like is that during the final boss fights, you defeat the bad guy, but by using the side character that you already have. So it's like Batman kind of feels like a side character in the boss levels, but like in all of them. I think it's a little bit too reliant on the other person you have with you. I understand why I did that. I'm just, again, being very, very picky. I also think that with the unlockables, I think there's just too many. To the point where I'm going to be here for years. Not years, but I'm going to be here for a very long time trying to get everything, I think. Again, being very picky. I'm just trying to like nitpick here. I also don't like the fact that there are at least 2 Batsuits hidden behind like, not a paywall, but you have to have HBO Max in order to get these 2 other Batsuits, which really sucks because I want the 2 other Batsuits, and it's really rubbish that I can't get them because I don't have HBO Max. I also think with the DLC, I hope they give us more with the DLC, because I bought it yesterday, and the fact that we've just got suits for now, I mean, it's alright, but like, I would like to, have some extra levels. I know we've got the Joker and Harley Quinn one coming in the future. I hope we can get some more stuff, because I think it'd be really cool, but maybe I'm just being a bit nitpicky. It costs too much money for what I believe we're going to be getting. Also, another thing I don't like about this game, I think this is quite a big issue across the board for some of the characters, not necessarily all of them. I didn't like the voice acting. I didn't like it. It's not bad. I just think that it just wasn't as good as it could have been. Yeah, I'm not as convinced by Batman's voice in this iteration of the game. This version of Batman, don't quite like his voice. I think Troy Baker from the other Batman games, elite. I love his Batman voice. I don't like the whole, hey Batman, I'm gonna talk like this the entire time, because that's how Batman talks now, apparently. It sounds more like Shadow. Like, I don't know. I think there is a line between Robert Pattinson's, like, he almost talks like this. No, he doesn't do that at all. Like, but it does, and there's obviously Christian Bale's, so it's about you know, trying to bridge the gap, trying to make something that you know, doesn't sound quite so Batman doesn't sound too but Batman sounds like this. He doesn't sound that scary at all. I'm not scared by this guy. I know it's a Lego game, but yeah, it's personal preference really. Overall, with this game, I love the fighting, I love the gameplay, the driving, gliding mechanics. Some of the suits look really cool. The way they pay tribute to the films, the TV shows, other games, also really cool. I'm a massive fan of this game, don't get me wrong. I really like this game. There are a couple that it's not perfect. I don't think it's perfect. I wish it was perfect. It's not. And for that reason, I think I'm going to give Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight an 8 out of 10. And we don't do 0.5s on this channel. We just do straight numbers. So that could mean it's 89 out of 100, or it could mean it's 80 out of 100. It could be literally anywhere. It's open to interpretation, guys. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. I'm going to try and upload more now that, you know, uni's done. And yeah, this has been my review of Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Like and subscribe, or what's going to happen if you don't like and subscribe? Like and subscribe, or I don't know. Just please do it.